What up, nerds? Are you sick and tired of listening to Legends Rerolled? Of course you're not. But if you're tired of waiting around for 2 weeks for our new episodes to drop, you should check out the Fantasy Pants podcast. Join DM David as he leads Jeremy and Stephen through the fall of Typhos and beyond in a thrilling and gut-wrenching tale as their characters explore the realities of life after the fall. Unzip your ear holes and saddle up because DM David pulls no punches in combat and truly does not care about his PC's emotional state. This lore-filled podcast is full of lovable NPCs, vile villains, and some truly awesome settings. Listen in and fall in love as Stephen and Jeremy navigate through tough combats and tougher decisions. Check them out on your podcast platform of choice.
Welcome to Fantasy Pants, an actual play RPG podcast.
The network won't like me saying this. Damn it. The Typhos tragedy was the result of nothing natural. It was an act of deliberate terrorism. We don't know anything, except that we are hurt, and we are scared. But as always, I choose to believe in the power of our luminaries. I will put my faith in the best of all worlds, when we must face the storm again.
A beacon of light. That's our role.
Then, shine.
What are you doing? What are you talking about?
I think you're so much fucking better than me, don't you?
You are weak.
Take him! Zebulon, you have to remember. You have to remember. Look at the toy. Look at the toy, Zebulon.
It's just the beginning, isn't it?
Monster! Monster!
I take it.
Roll for initiative.
These lights, they don't burn out at night.
Did you crit your pants?
Are you
I
kidding
crit my
me?
pants.
Oh, I can smell
I
it.
crit my pants. Those cozy fucking beds at the pale moonlight.
They're incredible. You
Fuck
would not
that
believe
place.
Stop it, it's cool.
It's not cool.
You're fucking so dead.
Wait, did you come up with that?
Shut up. I like it.
This is the most wild fucking fight. You say just shut up.
Jason Taylor is now
Shirts are off.
These lights, they'll give us freedom from the dark around us.
Okay. You ready? Yes. Got all your burps out?
No! I've gotten 2 out!
They're never done. They're never done.
Never. Ever. What's up, nerds? Welcome to Legends Rerolled, a TTRPG podcast where we roleplay through classic stories. For our second season, we are roleplaying through Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I am Celine Trella, your DM, and with me we have Ted Sikora playing Korvis.
You guys know you can hear a blue whale's heartbeat 2 miles away?
I did not know that.
Wow, we're doing that. We're back to this.
We're back to this. Monica Galarza as Stevie Harrington.
I was prepared this time. Did you know that the tears you cry when you are sad are chemically different than the tears you cry if you're hurt, like poking your eye?
Huh. I did not.
Okay.
You're welcome.
What about happy tears?
Same thing. So chemically different, they release cortisol, the stress hormone. So it's actually good for you to cry when you're upset because it releases all the bad hormones that are making you feel bad.
All right, so all of you at home, have a good cry.
Yeah.
Sean Dougherty playing Quip Buttfore.
No room, no room.
And last but not least, Jake DiBlasi playing Malcolm Glass.
Oh, thank you so much, Celine.
Oh,
I'm
you're
really,
welcome.
really happy to be here.
Oh, I'm glad. Last time, our wonderful little crew sought out safety in the Woolen Water General Store after a skirmish with the Broodkin. Each member of the party had their own unique experience while shopping. Some got insightful visions, some got a big old helping of trauma, and some got lectured on the importance of swordplay. They all ended up with sweet new items and a greater knowledge of some of the political unrest within Wonderland. Starting off this episode, you are all about to go to sleep in the hidden sleeping quarters underneath the office of Bathsheba, the proprietor of the Woolen Water. So, is there anything anybody wanted to do before you went fully to bed?
Yes.
I would like to know if there are any more sheep that Stevie could count while going to sleep.
Yeah, there's a little candle, you know those old lanterns that have like the silhouettes around that like as you spin it, they kind of dance on the walls?
Yeah.
is that, and a sheep. So as it spins, it looks like sheep or like shadow sheep are jumping across the wall.
Awesome.
Quip's not gonna go to sleep. When,
okay, cool.
When everyone else seems like they have fallen asleep, Quip is going to get up out of his bunk, and he is going to dig a trench.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I will say the room that you're all in has some stone floors. It's like a finished room.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on breaking through the stone floor, or like trying to tear down some of the wall into the surrounding dirt?
Yeah, let's say like these walls we're talking about. Are they like?
They're like drywall. You could bust through it.
Okay, cool. So then, like, yeah, Quip is gonna
Also,
take
Quip,
out
it's
like.
Quip. He busted through metal doors in the timepiece.
It's less about the busting and it's more about quiet because I don't want to wake anyone up.
Fair.
So I'm gonna take like a box cutter and I'm gonna cut like a crawl space size hole in the ground and then put that aside and I'm gonna start digging.
Cool.
I'm gonna spend the whole night digging a tunnel that goes out from the wall and then starts to curve up.
Okay.
So there's only one entrance in and out of here, the secret entrance that Bathsheba
Thank you.
told us about. So I'm trying to kind of help out and build like this emergency exit in case shit goes down.
Cool.
So they have another way to get out. Once I get the tunnel like far enough into the wall, I'm also going to like dig it out.
Okay.
So there's like enough room for several people to sit in here comfortably.
Oh, okay. So kind of like a makeshift secondary kind of chamber
Yeah.
before the tunnel goes up.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I do, and then if I have time before everyone wakes up, when I'm done digging it, I want to go out up top into like the world and try and gather some like comfy leaves, soft brush, grass clippings, stuff like that to like put in there.
How are you digging this tunnel? Are you using your hands, a shovel?
I'm using I'm using Richter.
Oh, so you're just scooping out with your frying pan?
With my frying pan, yeah.
Okay. I feel like I should have you roll something.
You can.
You don't have to.
I
But
don't
what if you
have
didn't?
to.
Yeah.
But what if you didn't?
What if this wasn't
Okay.
D&D?
Okay. I'm going to say roll a percentile.
Okay.
And this is going to determine whether or not you had time to go get furnishings. I'm going to say you finished the tunnel in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if you had extra time to go get some furnishings. Do you want to go high or low?
I would like to go low, please.
Go for it.
20.
All right, you are able to go gather up some comfy leaves and soft mosses and such.
Hell yeah. And when I go up top, because we're in the Heart Province, I would be in danger. I use my disguise self to look like 3 broodkin in a trench coat. So, and the top broodkin has like Quip size arms, so on his tiny body, they're like 3 times the length of his body. So yeah, that's me. 3 I keep on wanting to say kobold. 3 broodkin in a trench coat, and I'm gathering stuff.
Cool.
And yeah.
All right. Mal and Korvis, do you guys just go to sleep at the end of the night?
I think so.
Right?
It's been a day.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you...
Wait. We should have you roll a percentile to see if you change your clothes or just pass out in your clothing.
I don't think I have a change of clothes.
Yeah.
Well, you've been running around all day. I feel like you would have at least taken a shirt off or something, right? Like,
sure, yeah.
To go
Unless
to
he's
bed,
a shy
or if you're
boy.
just
Maybe he's
that.
a shy boy.
Roll to see if
That's
you
what I'm
take your shirt
saying.
off.
We're going to roll a
Yeah.
percentile to see if he does anything to get ready
Roll.
for bed or just passes out.
Let's see how good sad boy is at taking off his shirt.
All right.
Wow, what a check.
What a check. Let's go.
What have I?
You know, people
Well,
are like,
what's that I feel like
what's it
y'all-
like playing with Celine? And I'm like, you ever roll for shirt?
55.
Oh, you get
I'm
it.
so
good at
sure.
it.
normal at
You're
shirting.
so normal at shirting.
Nobody's
You all
shirts like
focus so
Malcolm.
hard on it. Like, that was
Nothing
literally just
ripped.
an example, but okay.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
ripped.
take
Buttons
my
are right in place.
Boots off. I put on my new slippers, my bunny slippers.
There you go.
There
See?
you go. He's
Yeah.
getting cozy.
Told you.
Yeah,
There
I
was something.
stretch a little. Oh, okay, guys. Good night.
All right. So everybody sleeps except for Quip.
And then before everyone else wakes up, I would like to wake up Stevie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So,
I'm going to
yeah.
go over and I'm going to kind of shake Stevie awake a little bit. And when I see you starting to rouse, I'm going to be like, everyone else is still sleeping, so don't, like, yell or anything.
Stevie feels very disconcerted at being woken up and told not to make any noise right now.
Checks out.
She just kind of starts awake and is like,
Hey,
what?
I made you a secret. Come on.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to lead you over to the tunnel I made.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be like, hey, so, yesterday, right, when we all went shopping,
Yes.
I noticed that you got real quiet.
Yes.
So, and I didn't want to bring it up in front of everyone, but I was a little concerned, buddy. I mean, when I'm having feelings, sometimes being alone helps, and there's not really a lot of room for that here, so I made you, like, an alone space. If you want to hang out there alone, that's awesome. And if you wanted some company, I could come and you could tell me what's been going on with you. But, like, yeah, no pressure, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems like you've been trying so hard to, like, do the thing and, like, take care of people and accomplish things. You haven't had time to deal with the fact that, like, I don't know, 5 minutes before I met you, your life was entirely different and nothing's the same. So, if you needed some space, you got some.
Stevie has, like, a little bit of tears in her eyes.
Single tear.
Yeah, just like single tear. It doesn't spill over. It's just there. And she's just a little quiet. Like, she's a little taken aback because she's lived in, yes, that kind of an area forever and is always surrounded by other people. Like, there's never this concept of, like, alone time unless she's, like, out in the woods, in which case, like, you can't really be deep in your thoughts because you gotta kind of be aware of your surroundings and stuff like that. And nobody has ever done anything like that for her, with the exception maybe of Peter.
Okay.
So she's kind of like, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I didn't do it for that. I did it for you.
That's really nice, Quip.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So yeah, it sounds like we're here for a couple days. If you need me, I'm always here, even though I'm way up here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give Stevie a little pet on the head, and then be like, all right, I was up all night, so if you want to talk, I'll hang out, and if not, I was gonna go to bed.
Why don't you get some rest? I think I'm gonna take you up on that alone time just for a bit.
Cool.
Thank you.
Night, friend.
Good night.
And Quip, as you kind of crawl back into the room where everybody is sleeping, it's, early in the morning, not quite crack of dawn. It's like just past that. I saw your face as soon as I said crack.
Yeah, crack.
So the sun is starting to come up, but it's still that kind of cool morning light. And as you come out of the crawl space, you will see Crack, Sven, and Nigel all getting up out of their beds quietly and stuff like that. And Crack will see you and kind of beckon you over,
Okay.
and will quietly say to you hey, so we have a lead for some intelligence for the mission in the Hearts Castle, so we're gonna go out and do that today. We should be back tonight.
Cool. Pinky promise that you'll come back.
Pinky promise, brother.
Okay, dude. Oof.
Holds out his pinky.
Yeah.
Gives it a
we
squeeze.
try to crush pinkies.
Yeah. There's a cracked knuckle or two. And then he leans over and gives it a little kiss.
I kiss back.
Yeah.
All right. Love you,
All
bud.
right. Love you, buddy. Get some rest. You look shot to hell.
Yeah, I did digging.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm about to go do some digging too.
A little different metaphor.
Okay,
We're back.
A little different metaphor.
Cool. And so they head up and you go to sleep. Stevie, what are you thinking about in your alone space while you're there? Are you... Yeah. What's going on?
Stevie's a little, lost in thought from thinking back to that memory that flashed back while she was in the shop of how she got the scar over her eye. And she hasn't really thought about that time in a while, obviously being on this mission and being right up next to a Broodkin the entire time. It's like having to face the trauma and like being uncomfortable with that and not really sure how to feel.
Okay.
But she's also in the midst of that kind of struggling with this realization that Peter is this like agent and like involved in something so much deeper than she thought, that you know, all of this is completely new to her. Like, she knew there was kind of something going on with her family, but she was never brought into it. And she's thinking, you know, some of the things that he used to say to her or share with her while out in the woods when he was, you know, training me in my sort of scouting skills and stuff like that are starting to come back to her a bit, and she's mulling over this new information.
Cool. And as you're kind of meditating on all of that, you know, it's that early morning, and right before you kind of like doze back off into that kind of in-between awake and sleep space, what pops into your head is a kind of, not lullaby, but like nursery kind of rhyme that Peter had taught you.
Yeah.
And so in your brain you just hear a little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, picking up the field mice and popping them on the head.
I don't know that that's not copywritten.
Do we know if that's copywritten or not? If not, we will cut this.
Yeah.
We could just change it to Little Bunny Choo Choo.
Little Bunny Choo Choo scurrying through the forest, picking up
The
hedgehogs and bopping them on the snoot. You all get your long rests. We also all leveled up.
Woo!
So,
Yes.
woo! Level 6.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys awaken. Stevie, you will hear kind of the commotion from down the tunnel through the kind of trap door in the ceiling of this space. Bathsheba just kind of calls down and goes, Breakfast! Breakfast! Come on up!
Okay, that's me waking up.
Okay.
Mal does not strike me as a morning person.
No, he's barely a person. Okay, so I get up, I stretch big. Oh, I put my shirt back on.
Oh, good.
You got her, yeah.
You got it.
I put my boots on over my new socks. And then I guess I'm gonna, like, out of reflex, like, check my phone.
Oh.
Before I head upstairs.
Oh my god, it hasn't come up yet.
I know, but, like, this is the first time I feel, like, safe in a place.
What kind of phone does Mal have?
He's definitely got, like, a new iPhone.
Like the newest iPhone model? Okay.
Rich boy.
Yeah.
Roll me a percentile to see how much battery you have left.
34%.
All right, you're
Not
at
bad.
34%.
Okay.
You don't have signal here.
No
I was gonna
signal
say, there's no
here?
cell towers here.
There's no cell towers here.
Can we get the
can
Wi-Fi password from Bathsheba?
Yeah.
You can ask.
Quip doesn't know to ask.
Yeah. No.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Wi-Fi isn't a thing here.
That's fair.
Weird.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi's. It's a shame. All right, then I head up for breakfast.
All right. What
And I
about
go-
the rest of you? You all head up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I walk out of the door, I go, "Wow, there's a hole in the wall now."
Yeah.
I did that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Stevie takes a second, now that she's like fully awake, just being in this space, and it does feel much more familiar and comfortable. And she's just thinking that, you know, Quip's a real nice guy. I'm glad I met him.
Oh, cute. Also, I would like, Quip, you get a muchness for being so nice to Steve.
Oh, hell yeah. Can I spend it to make the trapdoor almost impossible to see?
Oh, sure.
Of the thing?
I'm gonna take that right back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I use a muchness so you can't tell there's a hole from the outside.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Secret tunnel. Cool. So you all emerge from the trapdoor space back into the office space, and you'll notice Bathsheba is standing in the fireplace.
Oh.
There's no fire there, and you see her kind of speaking quietly up into the chimney, and then you see her pass through, and you realize there is a whole other room beyond the fireplace.
Ooh.
And she just is like, come on.
Hey, were you talking to Bill?
Why, yes.
Ah, cool. I thought there might be a Bill in that fireplace.
Oh, yes, Bill's been an old companion of mine many years.
Oh, wow. So you know a lot of Bills.
Yeah, they all blur together after a while.
That's
I
what I've
just
been
count
saying.
them as one.
They're delicious.
What?
Yeah. What's for breakfast?
You guys pass through the fireplace. You'll see this is a nice little kind of kitchen area, dining room area, and a large wooden table bears a bowl of mixed berries. There are hard-boiled eggs, but you'll notice that all the hard-boiled eggs are like different shapes and sizes and colors and textures. And there's a platter of bread and butterflies. So they're like dragonfly size, but the bodies are toast with butter on it. And so there's a plate, they're like just like little bite toasts.
Love that.
And a plate of what my Wonderlandians will know is Bandersnatch bacon.
Oh!
Mal, you see a plate of large strips of bacon, like thick cut, vaguely kind of purpley. The best smell of like maple bacon coming off.
Okay, you brought me back around.
There's also a pot of tea, and at each of the place settings is a what looks like green juice smoothie kind of thing.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's what's
What's
breakfast.
in the green juice smoothie?
Yeah,
Stevie's gonna ask.
Oh, I was like,
Stevie's
is
gonna
Monica
ask- I'm
asking
sorry.
him, or-
Monica was asking, but Stevie's gonna ask Bathsheba.
Oh, it's a mix of, we've got celery and some fresh grass and some kale and some bananas and blueberries.
Oh, and as she is describing that, Stevie's mouth just is like opening.
Oh, there might be some carrots in there.
Oh, you are speaking my language, Bathsheba.
Would you like extra pulp?
I
like
would
have
like
something
extra
to chew.
pulp. Yes, please.
So, and you see she has like a separated bowl of just like the fibrous sinew of the celery and like the pulp left after and the berry skins and all that. And she just scoops a big heap into your cup. Gives it a mix around.
Stevie's sitting in her chair and she's doing that thing in like Winnie the Pooh where he's just like super happy he's about to eat and bouncing in his chair.
Nice. I see that and I'm like, I was hungry. I don't know now.
And Bathsheba will tell you all, Crack and the boys left for intelligence. They had a lead somewhere. They should be back tonight.
First time Crack has ever done anything for intelligence. We read each other. It's good. It's good natured.
So, have you thought about what your day will look like? If you didn't have any plans, Malcolm, I know you were interested in the Master of Glass.
Yeah, definitely.
About a 3-hour hike from here is one of her old forges and workshops. It's abandoned at this point, but I thought it might be of interest to you.
Yeah. If you could point me in that direction, that would be awesome.
Yes, yeah, and she has like kind of like a rough drawn map of the area and the different trails that you could take to get there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Be careful out there, though. I believe the hearts are still looking for your friend there.
That's good for... Well, Korvis, you just stay here?
I got a book to read.
Okay. He's got a book to read, so he'll be all right.
Oh, lovely. All right.
I'll go with you, bud.
All right, great, yeah. I mean, yeah. And Stevie, you want to come?
Yeah, Stevie was like waiting for a second to say something, but she was like, yeah, can I come too?
Yeah, of course. And Korvis, you could come if you want. You could be Quip's backpack again.
I was gonna say, just read, sit on his shoulders and just read your book on top of his head as he walks.
I have no problem.
Then it's just 4 broodkins
Then
stacked
it's
on top.
stacked on top. Exactly, the perfect disguise. Cool, so you finish up your breakfast and head out?
Before we do, Korvis. So, like, what are... It's... how do I even ask this? Oh, no, yeah. So it seems like the Brood King people are kind of like, tiered? There's like a class system? How high up are you?
Well, I'm kind of in a weird spot. at the moment because I think I'm exiled, but I don't have. Everybody's looking for me, but because I have things or I know people who have things, so I'm like, I'm not on the bottom, but I'm not on the tippy top.
Okay.
I'm like in the middle, top quarter, I'll say.
Sure, you're the vegetables in the food pyramid.
Whatever that. Sure.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
that fits. Yeah,
Does it?
it does. Yeah,
Do you have pyramids made out of food?
we do. Yes.
Do you like live in them?
No, they're kind of symbolic.
Oh. They're like people? I don't care.
Okay.
He says, wait, you have symbols of vegetables?
Yeah, of course. We've got symbols for all sorts of stuff.
I love that.
I don't think the symbols made of vegetables would be very loud, though.
You know what? That's a good point. You'd be surprised, honestly.
Okay.
You'd be very surprised to find the food pyramid with the vegetable symbols.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe
Your
one day
world sounds
you
insane.
could come to Topside, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, do they have a lot of card games?
Yeah.
Yeah, so many card games.
I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. No, I was just wondering if we run into like a battalion of broodkin, if we could be like, oh no, Korvis is showing us what we're supposed to be doing, or if we should be like,
Well, we could try.
don't even look at Korvis, he's not part of us.
We could try either one and see what happens. I mean,
All right.
I don't
Well,
know.
he's exiled,
Cool.
is he not? So
Well, so
Would that not draw
I
attention?
left. Let's start there. Normally, you don't have whatever free will is. You just kind of do what you're told, and I kind of still do that. But now I'm getting orders from two sides, but one of them's kind of shut out, and now I'm getting orders from the other side.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like you do this one thing, and it's like every 3 or so. Well,
Let's call them game sessions.
let's call them game. If you had to call them game sessions, that's what we probably would call them.
Yeah, definitely.
I just get like a phrase or like a word or like 2 words, and it's like that's what you're doing now. So last time it was stop her. That was the last one. So that's what I'm kind of trying to do is just stop her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
That's Her Majesty.
Yeah, because the whole army of Jabberwocky things bad. I'm trying to
Yeah.
stop that from happening.
cool.
Yeah.
So, can you ask? Wait, no. 'cause
It's
you
a
did
one
tell me.
way.
It's a one-way thing.
I mean, maybe it's 2-way. I don't know. I haven't tried.
Would your one-way thing tell the other broodkin to go away?
No.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
I mean, maybe.
I just
don't
know. I just wanted
It's never
to know.
happened.
Okay, cool.
But I don't think I would know because then they'd get the one way, like in their brain.
Whoa.
I wouldn't get it. They would get it. But I don't think they normally get it from them. I think they get it from Her Majesty.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I'm getting it from like somebody on the inside, like the Jabberwocky is like, hey, do these things. I think that's who it is. It could be somebody else. I really don't know.
Wow.
It's just like you hear a thing in your brain. You're just like, they got access, so that means I gotta go do the thing now.
Actually, that checks out. I didn't think your answer would leave me with more questions, but
that tracks.
it does track. Yeah. All right. Cool. Then I guess let's go.
We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. We say like, hey, he said get out of his way, and if they're like, okay, then it worked. If it doesn't work, then we kill him.
Yeah, maybe we do it right before we leave the forge. You try and, one way back
Like,
to
oh,
him. And that way we could try it here.
No. I thought I was talking about if we run into other broodkin or just like,
yeah.
hey, get out of my way, punks.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Yeah, just-
And they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, oh, well, now you die.
Yeah.
Or if they listen, then they leave. And
Okay.
everybody wins.
All right. It looks like we got a plan.
We do.
Yeah. I mean,
Stevie's
yes.
just
Dope.
sitting here thinking, Korvis's brain sounds like a really overwhelming place to be.
Right.
So many voices.
He's sitting in a room in his mind palace, and it's just a desk, and he's got an inbox and
And an outbox, yeah.
And that's the only thing in his mind palace. It's like, take the inbox, do it, put it in the outbox. And it's just
Except
waiting.
that he's got like a huge stack in the inbox and not much in the outbox.
Just pulling things out random.
And a red panic button that just says murder. And when he gets overwhelmed, he just slams that button.
That's usually
That was
the way it
easy.
goes. Yeah, that's the easy button.
Then the inbox suddenly gets way smaller.
It's way down. Yeah, well, we got those drink that potion, so it shuts part of it out now. So it's like a little less coming in,
Hell yeah.
but no more going out. Just a little less coming in. That's all.
Dope.
Nice.
That's step one. All right. Bathsheba, do you have any linseed oil or like olive oil or anything?
Oh, yes.
All right,
She
cool.
pulls down a flask of olive oil.
Cool. Then before we go out, I quickly season my cast iron. It's been a while. I haven't gotten to take care of that.
Gotta take care of Richter.
Yeah.
Good rub down.
Good rub down. Let him dry off. make sure all the moisture's gone, all the oil is cooked off, and then I go.
All right. And you guys head out. So it's a beautiful, like I said, 3-hour hike through Wonderland. At a certain point, you hear a loud buzzing noise, like the giantest of bees. And as you look up, you see a flock of elephants flying overhead with their big ears kind of flapping and buzzing.
Aww.
You pass wildflowers that tinkle like chimes in the breeze. And eventually you come across a smaller kind of cottage-looking building with colorful stained glass windows. It's a very nice kind of quiet and secluded area.
You guys think this is it?
It's too easy.
Okay.
It's kind of impressive that your sister laid down this many roots. Like,
Yeah.
she had a house here and shit.
I mean,
I don't even have a house here.
yeah, but
Has
if time
cards.
goes anything similar, she's been here for like a decade, you know? I guess you don't really know
No.
time.
Well, I also don't know anyone who has their own house. Like, it's a pretty communal society. We're kind of we're stacked right on top of each other in the card wall.
Okay.
Um,
No,
Dex jokes.
in topside.
Like a house of cards or
it's
something.
a lot like that.
It's just like easy to fall over though.
So we fall over constantly.
That
Big
seems like bad
big winds.
architecture.
We got to rebuild the whole wall.
Not structurally
No,
sound
not
at
structurally sound at all. You know,
But no, that makes sense. But it's just also like impressive. She was able to garner enough safety and resources to set down roots ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was the best, you know. She took care of everything, and she taught me a lot of stuff. So, you know, if she came here, she was learning and learning fast.
How long has she been missing in your world's time?
12 years. I was 7.
You were
I'm
7?
19.
Yes.
Yeah. Geez, it's like 12 years now. So it's, you know, most of my life at this point. But, you know, I'm here. I know she's here, you know, somewhere. So this is my chance. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna bring her back.
Yeah, man.
We should look in all the forest, you know. So she became a tree.
No.
Oh, she's setting down roots everywhere.
Ah, yes. Yes, Korvis.
Oh my god.
I didn't give one to you. He does get one. Good pun so far, all around.
Yes, we're happy with these.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, she is past the Borderlands.
Okay, so if she's a tree, she's there.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
That's
Look for the forest over there.
Yeah.
Wait, she made one over here.
Yeah.
Forest.
Forest. We just can't miss the forest for the tree.
Mallard tree. Yeah.
You're just on
Right, that's what her
fire.
name is, right?
Yeah,
Mallory,
yeah,
yeah.
Mallory tree.
Right, that's what I thought. Sometimes you talk, I just kind of zone out. I don't hear what you said.
Sure,
so
of course, yeah.
Mallard tree.
Yeah.
And Ted, real life, writes that down.
Yeah.
Cool. So Quip at this point is going to go over, peer through the stained glass windows, see if there's any activity inside.
You can tell as you get up closer that this place is abandoned.
Cool.
There's no sign of active life or residence here. The glass windows are cracked. As you peer through, you can see the inside is a little like messy, dusty, dirty, a little over, like everything's kind of overgrown. And as you peer inside, you can also see to what look very much like your pizza oven from your bower.
Oh!
Set towards the back of the cabin.
Yeah, she's got 2 pizza ovens. It's definitely abandoned. So I'm going to go in and start tidying up the place. This is ridiculous. So I go in and I just start casting prestidigitation on all the dusty surfaces.
Cool,
I'll
yeah.
do that too, because I also know prestidigitation.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you go up to the door and kind of shoulder it in. It's, you know, old and rusty, so it takes a little effort.
It is old and rusty.
It is.
Okay.
There's a little effort to get inside. Mal, as you enter this space, what Quip had described as pizza ovens, you recognize as 2 furnaces for glass blowing.
Sure, yeah.
And as you kind of look around the glass windows around here, like the design of the stained glass is fairly simple,
Right.
but you can see that it is well executed.
Okay.
Make a perception with advantage.
Ooh, okay. Can I give myself... Oh, okay, great.
I've been going around and putting dust back on after prestidigitation.
I was like, no, this doesn't look right. Let's put the dust
This
back.
is taking forever.
All right, you can have a bunch of this. You've
I'm
made
working
me-
real hard over here,
I was
Stevie.
gonna say my head has gone back in laughter at least 3 times from you
Nice.
right now. So
No,
there
all
you
right.
go. You get that. You've earned it.
Okay, 17 plus 9 is 26.
Cool. As you're passing in, kind of looking at and examining all these stained glass windows, you recognize that even though it's a more simplistic design of, all of the windows are very reminiscent of the chapel.
Sure.
From the Thatch Estate.
Okay. Feels a little bit like home here. Okay.
You live in a place like this?
This was
Shouldn't throw stones.
No, you shouldn't. Definitely not. I don't, because they're heavy. But no, yeah. When I was little, we had a little chapel outside of my grandma's house, and it had stained glass just like this.
Ooh.
That's the place I met you.
Yeah, that's where you found me.
I was gonna say these look
kidnapped me.
similar to what I saw there, and sorry, didn't mean to kidnap you.
Yes, you did. That's okay.
I mean, I did, but I mean, I didn't know you then.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just following direction. Damn,
See?
I sound like
You see?
Korvis
You
now.
see what it's like? You see? It's not so bad, is it? Just someone tells you to do a thing, and then you do it.
Stevie rolls her eyes, but it's like, all right, I a little bit see where he's coming from now.
You got yourself.
Still mad about it though. Yeah, no, I'd never seen glass before, let alone colored glass.
Right.
This is something you guys can make?
Yeah. No, I mean, this is glass blowing is kind of an older technique, but yeah, people have been doing it for over 1,000 years now, topside, and now they have whole buildings that are hundreds of feet tall that are all glass on the outside.
Stevie's eyes are just so wide right now. Like the idea of a whole building made of this stuff is beyond her scope.
Oh yeah,
It's a lot of feet.
You're right. There's
I just look at my feet and I'm like thinking 100 feet.
it's a lot of feet. Okay, can I get things going here for like if I was gonna first off, can I investigate the area to see if there's like any like notes left behind?
Absolutely. Make an investigation check.
I would also like to look around for anything.
Yeah, anybody who wants
Same,
to do one,
yeah.
give me an investigation check.
Thanks,
Hey,
team.
Korvis is like, nah.
I'm just going to take out my book and start reading it.
He just hunkers in a corner, just...
So I want to point out while everybody's doing this, just for the flavor of it, his eyes, they don't have lids.
Right.
And they're always lit up, but they don't dim when he sleeps, so he just sits there and
Constant
stops
glow.
moving. So, like, you don't know if he's asleep or not.
Until he
He's just,
moves.
until he moves. He's just like that all the time.
Amazing. Now, when he sleeps, does his barbels twitch?
Yeah, but they twitch during the daytime anyway.
Okay,
So, like,
so
they
there's
twitch.
real no
So
diff-
you just, like, if he talks, then he's maybe he's asleep. I don't know if he sleep talks. I haven't figured that out yet. But
all right.
yeah,
Something to keep
so
in
it's
mind.
unsettling the whole time because
Always.
you could be talking to him or
Especially
not.
now with his frills.
Yeah.
I have a 12 on my investigation.
10.
Okay.
Also 10.
Ooh.
This book's real good, guys.
All right.
Can I throw a guidance on Stevie's?
Oh, yeah.
I got you. 4 bumps you up to a 16.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. Stevie, you find a kind of worn and torn up journal. And a lot of it's hard to make out, but you find one entry that is fairly legible and that you can get through.
Okay.
It says, Day 57, I think. I still haven't been able to win the backing of a suit. New plan. Win the patronage as the Master of Glass. That might get me through the door. Reggie's retrieving the Stone Crusher now, so we're one step closer to the Vorpal Blade at least. I'm still trying to figure out where I can get a Seer's Tears, though. There are rumors of one in the Checkered Mountains, if I can ever get there. Probably going to be stuck here for a while. At least this shop is in a pretty place. I like the gurgle of the stream outside. It reminds me of great-grandma's. I miss home.
Oh.
And that's what it says.
I walk or hop over to Mao and I show him the book. I say, I found this. Thought you might want to read it.
Yeah, I do. So I read it and it's like,
that's a lot to be like, okay, this is only day 57 and she's here. Maybe she didn't build this like whole little building here. Maybe she just did the glass. I don't know. But I'll look at Stevie and be like, it's kind of like they're, leaving breadcrumbs behind for us to find. Just like, everybody's kind of got fingerprints over it. Feels like we're playing catch up.
It feels weird. I feel like Peter must have known more than he was letting on when I last saw him. I don't know. Do you feel the same way about Mallory at all? Or like that she learned all of this when she got here?
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I got here and nothing made sense. And I didn't want to accept that. I didn't want this to be like this. But it seems like she kind of had her head wrapped around it better, But she's always been a little more much than me. So.
What was she like?
She was great. I mean, she taught me how to ride a bike, which is like a little transportation thing that you can ride around, like a wagon, but with 2 wheels that you use.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like a unicycle, but with 2.
Yes, like a double unicycle.
That seems excessive, but keep going.
Okay. She taught me how to swim, down by the ocean. If I had a nightmare, I wouldn't go to like my parents' room. I'd crawl into bed with her, and she'd, check under my bed for monsters and the closet. And one time she pretended to like get attacked in the closet, and I just hid there. Because I couldn't.
That sounds like something
scared.
Peter would do.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. She took really good care of me. What about Peter? What was he like?
Very similar. He was always looking out for me. I mean, we have a rather large family, you could imagine.
Sure.
There's a lot of us. I honestly don't even know most of their names, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Okay.
There's that many of us. It's hard to keep us all straight.
Hey, that's a big family's nice in its way.
Yeah. But Peter was different. He was always special. He and I always had a deeper connection, and he taught me everything. He would teach me all the ways to scout and survive in our woods. I mean, it's pretty dangerous there. It's honestly more dangerous in here.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe he was trying to prepare me for something, but I didn't know what that was. I don't know if he couldn't tell me or chose not to tell me. I don't know.
Right.
And
well, it sounds like he's still out there doing his thing because he's Cottontail.
Yeah, I feel like he knew something more then, because he always used to talk like we had some sort of bigger purpose, some ability to change the way things were for our people. And the day he was taken, it felt like maybe that was all wishful thinking. And I honestly thought maybe he didn't really know what he was talking about after all.
Yeah.
But now, I wonder if I doubted him in error.
I think so. I mean, like, we're here. We got a team. We got a plan, right? Like,
yeah,
we have a shot, at least, to make things better here. Or at least different.
It does. I still don't know what I can do about it, if I'm being honest with you. I feel so out of my element here.
Sorry to eavesdrop. It's a small place.
Sure, yeah. It's just one room here.
Yeah.
It's all right, Quip.
No. It's just you guys were having such a moment. It was lovely. But also, Stevie, I don't want to be that guy, but what the fuck do you mean you don't know what you're to do? You did it. You're doing it. We're on our way to take, like, literally, we're planning on how to take down the entire Card Kingdom in the next 3 days. You went topside and you got a top worlder and you got him here. You got him in the wall. You got him where he needed to be. Like, we're on the same path as Mallory. It took her 58 days to get here. We've been doing this for like 3.
Wow.
Like,
yeah.
you might be the best at your job of any Jackalite ever. I might not be exaggerating. As far as we know, you've done better than anyone ever has. And I get that, like, you only see the lack of a path in front of you, but, like, metaphorically, turn around. You're blazing the trail.
Wow. Yeah.
You're doing a thing that no one knows how to do, and you're doing it with aplomb, which I think is a small type of sweet fruit.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was thinking too.
So, yeah, get out of your own head, dude. You're doing great.
Stevie's just kind of
Get a much
stunned.
Quip.
Oh.
Thanks.
Stevie's just kind of stunned into silence. Not in like a bad way. She's just like hadn't thought of it that way at all.
Mal.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned how great Mallory was doing here, and how quickly she wrapped her head around things.
Yeah.
And you've gotten to where she got in 58 days in about 3.
Yeah.
You got more helpers.
It's true.
Which is true. Which is, you
You've
know.
never heard of Reggie, have you?
No, I don't, right? Like, I don't have any memories of somebody named Reggie, do I?
Roll a history.
Guidance.
Thanks. Are you gonna roll it for me?
Yeah.
Cool.
4.
19.
You didn't know Reggie personally.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, like, you know the name and knew that he was a part of the colony when you were a little bunny.
Okay, so he was much older.
Yeah, he disappeared from the colony after Peter.
After Peter.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know him personally, but I remember he went, or he was taken after Peter was.
All right. So this whole thing is just so weird. I don't know. I know it's topside to be worried about time, but, you know, it's not. It's not the 6th at 4 or the 4th at 6, whatever it was.
Actually, I think it's still, because we
It's
didn't
still
fix
four.
time.
It's still 6. It's no
still
longer the
6
4th.
on the 4th.
Yes, thank you.
Did we
So-
determine if it was 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.?
Tea is a breakfast drink, so I assume AM.
Well, if we're going military time, then yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
would be 6
definitely,
a.m.
definitely, 'cause it would
Because
be
otherwise
1800.
it would be 1800. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, I mean, sorry to interrupt, but
No.
you guys seem to be so down on yourselves when you're doing a great job objectively.
That's true. Well, I mean, it's got to be pretty easy to see our successes from your point. I mean, you've kind of...
Yeah, I got like the above the sky view, so
Yeah.
it really helps with perspective.
Well, no, I meant like everything you've tried to do has worked out great. You found your brother, you got your card box, you're filling out your deck of people. Like, everything's...
Yeah, because you guys are helping.
Yeah.
That's why everything seems to be working out so well for me. And maybe it's just like perspective,
Maybe
because
it's our first chance to sit down for a minute.
True.
Maybe it's just really easy and nobody ever tried.
Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe
Yeah.
we're just like, maybe things change and it's just like, nobody ever thought we should go do this. And it's just been easy the whole time and everybody thinks it's hard.
Well,
Maybe or the other thing where we're all good at it.
we're-
I don't
we're
know.
great. Yeah. Yeah, you seem to be better at brain stuff than a lot of broodkin.
That's true.
And also, I appreciate how minimally you're bringing drama to the group for this.
I do what I can, ish.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I think maybe also clearly other queens and jackalites have tried. And it hasn't worked before. And there's been many of them. I mean, you know, Korvis, many of my people have been taken.
I mean, you said it this time, not me.
I
But
think that's growth.
but to Quip's point, none of them had a broodkin helping them.
That's true.
And none of them
the
had a card
inside.
person helping either.
Nope.
So maybe they just didn't have the right people.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know what? Now that you think about it, everybody is always very segregated, right?
Yeah.
You're in this spot, you're in the card spot, and I'm over here in the caves and all this, but nobody ever really came together. And maybe that was intentional.
They kept
Keep
us separate
everybody
for a
separate
reason.
and fighting each other because if everybody comes together, maybe that's kind of what your brother's doing with this whole secret thing, right? Bring everybody together. and then concerted effort cut
Hell
the head
yeah.
off the snake or whatever.
Dude, I love that.
I think
United
you're right.
we stand.
That was really good. Did you come up with that? Maybe you got another future other than glass blowing back where you're from. That's really good.
You got to remember, man, none of us know anything about like movies or any of that stuff. You could tell all these great stories,
and we'd be like, wow.
You're so
The stars are at war? That's so weird.
Wait. What's a
wait,
Darth?
wait.
Dude, what's a Darth? You gotta tell me. How do I become Darth?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, there's only two
Darth
of them? That
Quip,
seems like
guys.
a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Why is there only two?
Yeah,
Why
well,
can't-
it's the consolidation of. Anyway, it's really great. A story that I'm writing. I wasn't gonna take credit, but now I am.
Really gotta be all you can be. Wow, that's really good.
Wow, you just keep on coming.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's science.
That's like,
Yeah.
Wow. I just learned math.
I mean, I've seen how many times she hasn't shot the bow, and I was like, she could have maybe hit that.
Maybe.
But she didn't shoot,
Exactly.
so she missed.
Yeah. That's
Ipso
everybody.
facto.
Yeah.
You're right.
Vis-a-vis and concordantly.
Yeah. We bono.
See?
All right, are we done here? Do we go back?
No.
Is there any more sister info? Or?
Stevie wants to take a moment after the insight Korvis just shared, and she walks over to Korvis and just puts out her paw, and it's just like, truce.
All right.
A firm shake of the hand.
Yeah.
I tear up and hug Mal, saying that. Like one arm
There's
over. and be
cortisol
like,
in those
They
tears.
grow up so fast. If you drink them, you could taste the cortisol.
That's true. I heard that.
Yeah. That's fact.
Yeah.
We learned that.
It's actually, I was thinking about making that my fact that day. They taste different.
It's terrible. You guys know a lot about crying, and that's good.
Yeah.
No,
I healthily express my emotions.
I would like to use this forge here, if I could, to do a little glass blowing, since I'm here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I
I
would
want to
li-
see how you do it.
I would like to assist.
All right, great.
Yeah, so you go over towards the forges, and you open up the glory holes, because that's a thing.
That's what they're called.
That is what
Oh,
they're
wow.
called. That's what they're
Yeah.
called.
Nope, they're called glory
Which-
holes. I
which
was
one
wondering
do
if
you-
you were gonna.
Oh,
but
of course!
Of course you
If you
have
think
to.
the term glory hole is not going to come up on this podcast,
We
that
did
is
not
sorely
watch
mistaken.
2 seasons of
Blown Away.
Blown Away in
To
preparation
not
for this
say-
season to not say glory
glory
hole.
hole.
For sure, for
Which
sure.
one came first is my... I didn't mean to phrase it that
Probably.
way.
I imagine the glass blowing
Glass
one.
blowing glory hole, and they just jumped on that train.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've heard that the first glory hole was in Mesopotamia.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Maybe
Yeah.
not then.
That's made up. Don't tell other people that fact.
I heard it on a podcast.
Audience, figure out which one came first and let us know.
Hit us up in the comments.
I mean, there's a lot of. It's all similar, right? It's a whole. Somebody's blowing something. It's
Someone's
for
feeling
sure.
glorious.
And actually, yeah.
a lot of heat involved. I get
Yeah.
it.
You know, there are a lot of connections now that we're talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both from spit hot fire.
All right, so you clear out the forges. Stop it.
You didn't want to do anything productive today, did you? Just wanna make that very clear.
Yeah, what was the plan for this session?
We're trying to talk about glory holes.
Yeah, we're talking about glory holes. What are you talking about?
You
That was
know
on
when
the
you bring
agenda.
up the glory holes the first time, you have to get,
You gotta get it
in
out.
the session. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You gotta bust out all the glory hole stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Front
then-
load the
and then
glory
you can
hole,
move on,
and
yeah.
then you can move on.
Yeah, take a nap, have a cigarette,
Yeah,
move on.
exactly.
Anyway.
So yeah, you are you clear out the forges. As you guys are cleaning up the shop, you can find like fractured pieces of glass that you can kind of melt down back into a workable piece.
Okay.
The only thing is, how are you lighting them? How are you getting them going?
Oh, I cast firebolt.
Oh, perfect. There you go. Lovely.
Yeah,
Good
I
for you.
take my punty and I put it in there, and then I kind of like blow the heat into the bottom of the forge to get it
Cool,
started.
and you see just like what happened on the beach, where that red hot moat kind of travels down the punty, bubbles out, and then kind of shoots, and the forge lights up in front of you.
Okay.
And you are able to work.
Cool.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to maybe make like a little something for everybody.
Okay.
How muchness do I need to put into my glass blowing in order to maybe link everybody to me in like a past, like if I let's say I want to be able to either know where they are just by touching, or like where we can or communicate, or maybe if I could cast spells on them through these little trinkets.
If you want to cast spells through the trinkets, that's going to be a pretty beefy amount of muchness.
Sure.
I was gonna say, so hear me out on this one, right? I see what you're trying to do, and I have the innate ability to trigger something that lasts for 6 minutes, but it's indefinite amount of time, and it allows me to speak to any one person as long as we're within a mile of one another. I can just do that as much as I want, whenever I want, every single day.
Great.
Is there a way that we could just maybe expand that beyond just a one-to-one to like a 4-party line conversation?
Yeah. Kind of like secret agent style.
Yeah, just to get
touch it and then.
So you're trying to link your innate ability
so that instead of just
to create your own kind of hive mind amongst all of you.
Because I
have 6 muchness here that I would like to spend to be able to channel first level spells to these guys too.
I'd be willing to contribute.
And then also, if we could get the psychic party line, that would be fun. And
Okay,
for
so
our
what we're
podcast, it would be good because then we could talk. Also, I
You
have
guys
an
are
idea.
loading on a lot of stuff onto these glass
Hey,
trinkets.
I tried.
I know,
to
I
text
love
you
it.
about this.
You did, and then life was crazy, and I just kind of ignored you.
Here's my muchness.
Well, hold on. Before you
Okay,
give it to
before I
me,
give it
lay
to you,
out all,
here's
give me
what
the
I-
full
ready?
litany of the things you were trying to accomplish in this one trinket.
Okay. Well, I'm spending muchness, so it's more than just a trinket to me. But what I want to do is I want
much
to
more than a trinket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
much
it's
more.
beautiful.
I want to kind of funnel some of my magic into the glass as I blow it, and I want to kind of like connect out 8 pieces together, right? All in, and then without breaking any of them, I want to do a finger and a brain for Korvis.
Okay.
Right? Then I wanted to do 2 antlers where the tips are like just about touching for Stevie. Very mature guys. Thank you for not laughing.
We're crushing it.
And then for Quip, I want to do a frying pan, but with a J popped out, like ready to like kind of clip out the middle of it for the Joker.
Okay.
And then I want to be able to take all of that and combine it with my swan necklace.
Okay.
Right? And I want to put that all together and then channel my magic through all of that so that we're all connected together. And then I want to break off little pieces, and I'll give Korvis the finger.
Yeah, give each
I'll
piece
keep
their
the
kind of
braid.
symbol.
Exactly, yeah. And then
Okay.
that way we can kind of all be interconnected.
Beautiful. And you want them to? We are trying to connect.
Mental.
Make a mental conference call.
Right.
We're trying to have you be able to channel magic through them to affect that person, as in like a touch spell or something like that when they're out of range.
Ideally,
out
yes.
of the 30
Out
foot
of the
range.
normal
Out
range.
of the normal range of the spells.
I am going to say total, as far as party expenditure, you can pool all of that together. I'm going to say 10 muchness.
All right.
Okay.
Because like that,
I'm throwing in just one.
Yeah, you're low, man.
To permanently link you.
All right.
That's a little bit of a beefy magic.
Hey,
I gotta count.
Again,
agree.
if it helps you from a story perspective and you want to change it and call it a Korvis helping to build his own hive
many do you
mind,
need?
like you said, that feels
we
like
are-
that might help a story conversation wise, right? We just had this whole thing about being on the same page, getting
Right.
direction from other places. So,
Right.
I
just
put
saying.
in 6.
Well, this is establishing your hive mind.
And here's 10 for you.
Lovely.
Because we are a team. And now, not only
Love
that,
it.
but we have literally used everyone's muchness together to
Yeah.
We have
create
pooled
these.
our muchness.
So I
Exactly.
imagine, I kind of like imagine instead of using any color in the glass, that our muchness kind of comes in and colors it.
Nice.
And
I love that.
so we got like a purple and then like a kind of like a plaidish brown kind of like magic color. And then we got, I think, like bright red for Quip.
Yep.
And then just like a very like almost subtle silver color for Malcolm.
The saddest silver.
The sad, whatever, like a orange.
Almost gray.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost gray,
Almost
yeah.
gray.
Little bit of
What is
little
gray,
bit of metallic
but-
shimmer.
Not a
in
sad
there.
silver.
Yes. I love all
Beautiful.
of you. Yeah, and so each one of them kind of, as it moves through, the different colors will kind of move through each piece.
Nice. Yeah, and since you are actively spending magic and muchness to do this, no skill check required. It is done.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I feel like we should all like put our hands in the middle and be like, "Go team!"
Go team. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll present them to everybody, and then you could. But like, as you can feel everyone in all of these pieces, you know.
It's almost like it has like heartbeats in it.
Yeah.
And once you guys all kind of touch and have your totem, to a sense, suddenly everyone's thoughts are in each other's brains.
Oh!
That's okay. Get used to it. Don't worry about it.
Beautiful tomorrow.
Put it over my shirt. I'm like, all right, this is. I gotta be ready for it. Okay.
So wait, is the mechanic here that it has to be like touching your skin? Let's say, like, can you turn it? Is there an on-off switch? Like, how do we?
I was going to say, it's not so much a physical contact thing. It's just that you guys aren't used to controlling voices in your head. Like, Korvis can shut you guys out, no problem.
This is
So
always
it's
on,
a
baby.
constantly on. It's just whether or not you're muting
Okay,
it.
so like if we're gonna like to put it in terms you'll understand, Monica, in Akatar, when
I was gonna say this is like the charm bracelets in Silver Flame.
that and then, but then
Valkyries.
also the way that like their kind of mind connections.
Oh, the
work.
Daimati thing.
Yeah, where
Okay.
it's like you can reach out to talk and you can also pull back and shut off.
Close
But
the mental shield.
it's
Okay,
going
okay.
to take a little bit of practice and getting used to the sensation in your brain.
Can I make an insight check to try and do it?
Yeah.
To shut it off. All right. I can't give myself guidance.
I was gonna say instead of insight, I want to make it a flat wisdom.
All right. I'll take that. Can I still give myself?
Yes, you can
guidance?
still give
All
yourself
right,
guidance. Go ahead.
Natural 20.
So yeah, you hear all the voices flood into your brain, and like that
no, no.
instinct of like, no.
I made this magic. This is my
Exactly.
magic, and I hit the snooze button on this magic.
Yeah, in keeping with the whole kind of Akatar theme that we got going on.
don't
in
have
this.
to, though.
We don't have to. No,
Yeah.
well, I was
We could
gonna
play
say,
D&D.
What do your mental shields like?
Oh,
Look
what is
look
it?
like? Or
Yeah, it's an
mentally,
earbud.
like,
it's
it's an
like,
earbud?
yeah.
AirPods.
An AirPod.
Inside is the
Yeah,
mental Malcolm just shutting out sound.
Yeah, basically, I tap my ear like because you know,
Amazing.
as a being from Earth,
Mhm.
it's like you're used to having sounds right in your ear, so I'm just like kind of like do that,
Uh-huh.
give it a bop, and it's off.
Nice. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do in this forge before heading back to Bathsheba's?
I think before we go, Quip is going to just try and do like one more lap, specifically looking for like secret passages or doors. Because Quip in his mind right before we leave is just like, wait, I cut a hole in a wall. What if someone cut a hole in these walls? So I want to do one last, just
Okay.
in case, safety check. Specifically for secret walls, secret compartments, things like that.
Secret tunnels.
Cool. Roll an investigation.
Guidance.
Yucky 20.
Oh,
nice.
it's so yucky.
It's not good.
Yeah, so as everybody's kind of packing up their stuff, you do your sweep and you are able to see in one of the lower portions of the wall that is more stone and the windows up above.
Yeah.
You find a loose stone that you are able to kind of pry out.
Oh, hell yeah.
And inside you find a red rose encased in an orb of glass.
Ooh.
And then kind of within the glass as well, there are like red colored figures around the rose.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like there is an adult female, an adult male, a young girl, and a young boy
Okay.
inside.
I'm gonna pull that out. Is there anything else in there?
Nope.
Just this?
Just that.
Mal!
Yeah.
I found a rock and it moved. It was in a wall. Now it's not, and I found this behind it.
Oh,
And then I hand him the glass sphere.
all right. I look at the glass sphere.
You see it.
Okay. Does it look like my family?
Yeah.
Gotta fall in love before all the glass people break. Otherwise she gets cursed forever.
That's a shame. Damn, is she better at glowing glass than I? Or
Glowing glass? I don't know. I'm very curious about that, though.
This is
Every time I say anything a little wrong, Ted's like hilarious immediately after that.
Like now we have to keep it in.
Yeah, I know.
No, now it has to stay. We're laughing. It has to stay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's all part of the plan, Jake. I can't let you get away with this.
No, you're right. Is she better at blowing glass than I am?
The orb that you have in front of you now is a little bit better, but mostly on par, kind of where your skill is at. Like you're looking at it and you're like, wow, this is intricate. This is well done.
Yeah.
I could probably do this. I
Is
could
it-
probably figure this out after a couple tries.
Sure.
Is it that
Yeah.
she's better, quote unquote, than you, or she's just had more time to practice
Well,
it?
this was day 57, and she was
We don't know that.
11 then. Well, I mean,
This
that's
was in a
weird.
secret compartment.
Yeah, we don't know that that's when she made it.
You're right. I put it in my backpack.
Okay. And you all
Thanks, bud.
Here to help.
exit the shop. Here. Mel and Stevie. The others got them. You get them too. That was a very good character-driven stuff, and I like it, and I want to encourage it.
Thanks.
And you guys head back? Is that the move? Right? Yeah.
I think so. I'm,
Yes, my
Yeah.
queen.
I'm satisfied. Okay, yes.
I was talking to Jake, not you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
I'm
Sorry.
hurt, but I'll move on. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm blushing.
All right. So you guys make your way back towards Bathsheba's. She has a dinner kind of spread out for you because you were gone for most of the day. There is a nice salad. There's a nice quinoa rice grain mix. And then there is a nice, which is kind of uncomfortable for most of you to see her eat, a nice rack of lamb.
Oh, that's
Wait, she's actually eating it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice tracks.
I don't-
Delicious.
I do not comment on that.
I just take the salad.
All right.
Oh, is there
The
mint
whole
jelly?
thing. Like, nobody
There
else
is.
can have any. I just take the whole bowl. It's mine.
Sven, Nigel, and Cracker have not returned yet. Just so you know.
I missed them.
I cast sending to Crack.
Okay.
I say, hey, bud, just checking in. Wanted to see how things were going. We're back at Bathsheba's.
Hey, man. Good to know. We're heading back. Got some good info to share for you tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, he's okay.
Oh, thank God.
They're heading back.
Oh,
He's got
yay.
some good info to share with us tomorrow.
Oh, good. I'll get a good sleep, so I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Cool. And night progresses, and we all go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take my shirt off.
That's obvious.
Did you roll for it?
Good job. Roll for
Those
sure.
buttons might be real hard tonight.
Exactly.
Oh, 6.
You
How
can't
buttons
get it
work.
unfastened.
He's too tired.
Your hands are too cramped up from the glass blowing.
Yeah. I got some glass on my shirt. It's stuck on forever now.
Oh.
Just like sealed the buttons so you
Yeah.
just don't
Sealed
unbutton
them shut,
anymore.
Yep.
I mean, if you want, I can rip that shirt off you.
No. It's I want it. I want the shirt. I just cast prestidigitation on myself.
Keep yourself
So
clean.
now, yeah, now it's all clean.
Cool. Love that.
I'm a never nude now.
Cool.
So before Stevie crawls into her little bunny hole, she just hops over to Quip and just says, hey, I just want to say thank you again for the space.
No problem, man. And I hold out bones for a fist bump.
Hell
And
yeah.
a fist bump.
Hell yeah. Love that.
Hell yeah.
All right. And you guys enter your slumbers.
My
Yeah.
alarm goes off
No.
randomly in the middle of the night.
No,
Yeah.
it
Oh.
No?
Oh, what happens in the middle of the night, Celine?
Something
Malcolm
happens?
has a dream.
Oh, no.
Oh, is Quip in it?
I wanted to
No.
expand my Malcolm playlist, but
Sorry, no.
doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't happen tonight.
I don't want to dream.
Too bad.
Why?
You're gonna blah, blah, blah,
Fine,
blah.
let's play the game.
So Mal, you find yourself in a dream. You're in the Thatch estate, in one of the studies, playing a chess game with your dad.
Nice.
He looks at you and he says, all right, kiddo, what'll it be this time? Red or white? Mortal or magic? And
Magic.
All right, and he hands you the white piece. And as you look closer at this chess set, you realize it's not an ordinary chess set. It's not the normal pieces. Each one is a tiny figurine.
Okay.
And the red king you see carries a mighty sword, and it has markings along it in some strange language. You're not really sure what it is.
Okay.
Next to him is a beautiful queen in medieval attire, and each of his pawns is a soldier, a knight, a medieval knight with its own emblem on its chest. The white king that you take from him is a old wizened man with a staff, and his queen is a figure with long flowing hair and pointed ears. Its pawns are full of strange and fantastical creatures, and you begin to play.
All right.
Malcolm, in his dream mind, this feels like a memory from when you were little.
Sure.
But you have your current Malcolm kind of knowledge
Okay.
still. So as you're playing and you're taking a closer look at these figurines, you recognize them from the tapestry you saw in Bill's.
Okay. Yes.
You see, you recognize the white king and queen as the two figures flanking the red king.
King Arthur, who we assume. Okay.
And you're playing, and Mallory comes bounding in and kind of looks over as you guys are playing and leans over to you. You're like, good choice picking the magic team. Morgan Le Fay was always my favorite.
Yeah. They're so cool.
You know what? You should move your knight to fork his queen and pawn, she says. And Dad goes, hush! No helping.
What? Why not? She wasn't. I mean...
And then you hear a voice from the doorway go, Lewis, I need you to help me with something. Are you boring the kids with your Arthurian legends again? You know your father swears he can trace his family back to King Arthur himself. And he kind of looks at her indignantly and is just like, don't listen to her. All I'm hearing is that you married a king, Carol.
Yeah, I'm a prince.
And he goes, all right, Mallory, tag in. And he gets up and Mallory kind of sits across and takes over his pieces.
That's not fair.
As you're playing, it's clear that she is the far superior chess player here. And you work tirelessly trying to checkmate her king. And what you don't notice is over the course of the game, she has positioned herself to turn one of her pawns into a queen. As she makes that final move with the pawn into the final space, she stands up and goes, I win, and then walks away. Before she leaves the room, she stops, stays still for a second, turns back to look at you, and you see her face is cracked like a porcelain doll.
Okay.
And she just goes, remember, checkmate isn't the point of the game, silly.
Malice in Wonderland stars Jake DiBlasi, Sean Dougherty, Monica Galarza, Ted Sikora, and Celine Trella. Theme song by Ryan Logan. Score by Jake DiBlasi, Rafael Miranda, Justyn Trella, and Kevin O'Leary. Edited by Sean Dougherty. Audio produced by Celine Trella. You can follow us on Instagram at Legends Rerolled or at facebook.com/Legends Rerolled. Like, subscribe, follow, and be sure to pay your artists.
Is there like a known, like we know there's a walrus, we know there's a turtle, we know there's a caterpillar, there's a lot of weird animal-based creatures in Wonderland. Mm-hmm. Is there like a known beaver that we know of? It's worth asking if there's like the beaver and he's like the guy who does all the dams.
There's a beaver man in Wonderland.
It's an important question, Celine. I need to know this.